Hello, my name is Geogen and welcome back to World of Tanks on the PlayStation 4 World of Tanks Console Edition. So, today it is another blast from the past for PC only players, and that is, of course, for the reason that we're playing on Dragon's Ridge, a map removed eons of time ago for those who've been playing for more than, say, I think it was removed probably 2 years ago now, maybe more. But this map had a whole host of problems, and a lot of players enjoyed the setting, and a lot of players didn't. Now, the problem with Dragon's Ridge is, as you can see from the minimap, there's two bases, they're parallel with each other, but the majority of the map is completely untraversed, usually in most games. You see towards where E9 and 0 are, and F9 and 0, that kind of area is where people go to, and where I'm going, along with one other guy, is very much unexplored usually. There's all kinds of different roads and terrain on this map, and it is quite difficult to traverse everywhere because of these rice fields where they are layered, layer upon layer of terrain. It makes it quite hard to traverse uphill, and all the roads, even if they're, just dirt roads, are also uphill like the one we're headed to now. There's a Chaffee. You may see the occasional scout on this side of the map, so Chaffee's a scout. And there it is. We're also playing in the VK 3601H, a very solid tier 6 heavy tank. Unfortunate not to have reloaded in time. I think I'm lagging a bit looking at the ping meter at the top left, as that shot was very much delayed. I'm trying to charge him down now, close the distance, and get this gun to work. We only critted him there, we didn't actually track him. That shot went completely weird. Have noticed the ballistics of this game is a bit strange, but never mind. There's one hit. Take a bounce. This tank has 100mm of front armor. Thankfully, that T-34 did put in a shell for us, so we only had to put 2 in. Secure the kill and preserve all our hit points. If you haven't played the VK by now, brief summary: it's a heavy tank. It's got Tiger 1 armor at the front. It's very flat. It's reasonably mobile for a heavy tank, but it's slower than mediums and lights and some tank destroyers. Its gun, well, there's two choices you could have. The gun I'm using, a 75mm, with good rate of fire and good penetration, and decent enough accuracy, apart from where you can actually pen that during that time. Or you can use a 88mm, short 88mm, which has 145 penetration and 240 average damage, but a less rate of fire. I think the DPM on this gun is better because of its rate of fire. It has 150 average damage, I believe, and it's nice for perma-tracking targets, whereas the 88mm gun is better for just causing extreme damage, especially in tier 6 games, and 2 or 3 shotting. So you will see some players use that. I think I don't use that because I didn't like the gun on the tank when I first played the VK, because it only had 132 pen, and it was only recently changed. Quite lucky to not actually take any full damage though. You can see this terrain is quite awkward. And there's the kill shot on the V39. Now the V39 of course is, the worst turret, not turret armor, worst armor and, well, profile of a tank destroyer at tier 6. Has a very good gun, very poor gun arc, and he was facing the other way, so that was a very simple kill for us. So we're getting bogged down in this terrain, and as you see, we've only encountered 2 enemies so far, but we have taken 2 kills and 5 damaging shots rather, 2 enemy vehicles. All of our team are pretty much dead, as we only have myself, an artillery and a tank destroyer versus 3 artillery, a KV-85, another heavy tank at Churchill, a Matilda, I think that is, the medium, and a light tank. I might be wrong. It was a while ago that this vehicle and this game was played. So an SU-100 is on our team. That will be quite useful. Now my intention right now is to either come into contact with enemy forces here, try and take them out here, or, which will probably be more likely, cover the base, as we are outnumbered 7 versus 3. There's an M5 Stuart, not a problem for us, apart from our first shot hits the dust in front of him. You know, a more awkward shot to hit actually penetrates. Chinu is the medium, it's not actually a Matilda. Don't know why I've got Matilda in my head. He's on very low health. He only hits our track. And we kill him. I was thinking of charging down and ramming that guy, but it would have taken me far too long to get up the hill. As you can tell, that gradient is very hard to climb for a heavy tank. We're getting targeted by artillery, unsurprisingly, because we've been spotted, and we're the heavy tank in tier 6 maximum game. So that's our first bit of damage taken. What we have to do in this vehicle really is angle and try not to present any flat sides. If you get outflanked, you're going to get penetrated in the side of the toe, even if it is quite thick relative to other heavy tanks and mediums. But because it's flat and tall, easy penetration for everything at the tier and above, and tier 5s, and 4s even. Churchill 3 has been spotted by our artillery and our SU-100, therefore we can penetrate him quite easily. 155 pen, I think, or 157 actually. SU-100 takes the kill, but we put in 3 shots. Artillery is still targeting. In fact, he was targeting our SU-100, so that's unfortunate. We've lost a lot of good firepower. And that shell was for us, but we're nowhere near where we last were. So, it's us versus a KV-85 and 3 enemy artillery with our own artillery in support. So, there's a lot of unexplored territory on this map, namely the top left and top right quadrants in the north. So, considering most of the action has taken place in the east, in the 9 and 0 lines, and the 8 line, we have to be a bit careful because they could be anywhere. But we have time, 7 minutes, and we have all of our hit points, and we have a lot of ammo remaining. This does have quite a lot of ammo for both guns, the 75mm and the 88. The grind for this tank is okay. It's not brilliant. There's a M57, but it doesn't take you too long to get the proper gun and equipment for this because it is tier 6. Gets himself exposed. His reverse speed is good enough to avoid our fire. There's the AMX 105. There's one hit, and we should be able to pick this guy up. Apart from the shot goes absolutely nowhere near the tip, but our third shot does. We burn our repair kit on repairs of the tracks and try and get out of it before that M37 hits us because the Hummel's just fired and we need to break contact. Thankfully we are unspotted, so we know roughly where the Hummel is. He has to be in the A line to this direction, to the northwest, northwest. Still haven't seen that KV-85 though. It could be absolutely anywhere. Artillery is firing, could be friendly artillery. You can hear the arc of the shell whizzing overhead, but you never know, it could be targeting us just blind. So we don't spot him, which is a bit of a problem, so let's change direction and go back the way we came. Maybe look in the top right hand corner, as we've not done that yet. There's the M37 again, he's still behind that rock. He is visible, we're aiming in, miss our shot. We are spotted, we need to move, as the Hummel will have definitely reloaded by now. Do we have enough depression there? We try and get a shot quickly. Probably should have stopped to aim, but like I said, the Hummel is in action. That was a quick snap with the auto. We got behind cover And the M37 is taken down, but the Hummel waits for us. And there is the KV-85, which appears to be on full health and is also AFK. And thankfully he can't see us from this range, as we're on higher ground and, well, the majority of our tank is not exposed. We are spotting them for friendly artillery. However, even if we're not spotted, the Hummel still knows where we are, which shows good map awareness on his behalf. Also, our shots into the KV-85 are not always effective due to the very, very narrow angle that we have. We therefore maneuver to get the last 7 hit points. Back to that Hummel. So, the Hummel is tier 6, it has a good gun for artillery, quite a good rate of fire I believe, and I think it's not the most accurate gun for the artillery class, but it is, well, it fires high explosives, so it doesn't have to hit you to kill you. Thankfully, we still have just under half our hit points, and there he is. He spots us, so he has good view range, and, well, those 400 hit points are now reduced to 63. He is reversing, however. He's on very low hit points. Can we get the kill shot? Nope. He gets back into cover, and I either fire in frustration or have a bit of latency. Our artillery fires and misses as well. There he is. He fires again and misses, which is very lucky. I'm surprised he reloaded that quickly, to be honest. I thought it had only been about 8 or so seconds, but clearly much longer. Try and take a blind shot there, just to hit him. Unfortunately, the 75mm doesn't have any high explosive. That is an advantage of the 88 as well. But our artillery takes him down, and that is GG. 43,000 credits times 2, 5,000 experience, 2,200 damage, 20 penetrations, 6 destroyed. It's a good tank. The map is quite difficult to play on. So it is, well, it doesn't really cater for heavy tanks. It doesn't really cater for those with armor. I think it's a pretty map, especially in, well, the console variant. The PC variant obviously is an old version of the map, so it doesn't look as good. You can look on YouTube for all these videos on Dragon's Ridge back in the day, but I think it would be nice to see it return on PC, but it would have to have changed since when it was first introduced, and, well, the console variant still has the original, I think. Maybe it's been tweaked a bit, but it still has its problems in terms of most of the map isn't used. Anyway, tell me your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, I've been Geogen, and I'll see you chaps and chapettes in the next one.